When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense takes the field for the first time today. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape. Fun.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys.
And the defense, got him at the 27. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. There's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
The give on the inside. Runs through a tackle. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Tollefson. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The inside handoff. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Sun Devils, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. The run from the shotgun. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on third down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. On the run from inside his own 5. So Texas Tech's offense has the ball for the first time. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had.
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. The Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Corrals it at the 45. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Leaves it with the running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Off the play fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Wants to throw. It's Tollefson. It's complete to the right. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. Punt is on its way. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Sun Devils! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 10 over Central Michigan. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab down the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot, and that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Got it on the outside, it's Stone. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Gives it on the option. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time, the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes.
Oh, he's got some space. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. To the ground, he's got it again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Under fire. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now after the misfire, it leaves them with third and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Red Raider! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Sun Devils can really attack on this second and short. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dropping back, it's Tollefson. That's caught. It's Graves. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Past the first down marker and still running. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Arizona State! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're going to ride this running back. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's looking deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Unloads quickly. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. From the gun to give, looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Red Raiders will hustle to the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Stone. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Red Raiders are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barmore. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Get it out on the screen. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Red Raiders started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Gets it out quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's got it. Touchdown, Red Raider. And the comeback is on. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll try the run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Tollefson. They're working that left side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. 2nd down coming up. Handoff from the gun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. Snags it over the middle. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Sun Devils! when that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. From the gun on 3rd down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you could see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Here's the handoff. Nice move there.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Looking downfield, it's Tollefson. Quick strike complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Running back searching for a hole. Headed to the end zone. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fires left. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Turner. Turning it on. Pulled down for the tackle. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Red Raiders trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times. You've turned the football over. Like, continue.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Red Raider. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking for a man. It's Tollefson. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
From the gun. Going for 6. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, obviously, this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome them.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Red Raiders want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. It's Lacey. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give and tick, 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 tick.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Looking for a man. It's Tollefson. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Sun Devils lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, Mountain West teams colliding in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Nevada stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Reno. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the Mountain West is right now, and man,
breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He leaves it with his back.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Stone. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.